Hello, hope you're well. This evening I thought I'd just do a quick video just showing you briefly how I do an aura illustration. I'm not an artist, but I like to have a little dabble. The main thing is that once we've got the figure of the person on the paper, we can then draw in the certain colours that we need and the way that the energy flows around the body. The aura is the biomagnetic field that surrounds the human body. The energy flows in, it flows out, it goes in through the chakras, out through the chakras, etc. It's the full color spectrum is always there, so the full rainbow spectrum is there. Sometimes we get a bleaching of colors, and this is absolutely fine. It doesn't always have to be the strong colors of the spectrum. Everyone's different. Sometimes the aura is damaged, and therefore we have little gaps, tears, rips, etc. in the energy field. Other times there's an area where I'm not allowed to colour. That's been done before, where customers and clients have done work for. I haven't been able to put colour down to a certain area, and during the video feedback, I've mentioned that, and they've later got back to me and said, "Well, that's very interesting because I had a dog or a past partner who was very present on that side, and I feel that person all the time." And that's saying that for that particular person, that energy is there for them. It's not to be drawn over. You're not drawing over something else. And that obviously shows in the photo that the people sent me. I just find it really interesting. So a friend has given me a picture. I've just got it here behind the camera. And from there, I'm just going to draw the colours that I see from the aura. You can't always see every colour. And sometimes with a background, it's hard because the colours fade or they bleach each other out. If the colour is really strong, say for example a really strong yellow comes through, then there may be a green or a blue around there as well, but it's light bleached out, so you can't see it, but it is there. So I'm going to try and swivel the camera around so you can have a quick look at how this is done. Okay. So here's the basic outline. It is for a female friend of mine. It's actually no resemblance to her, it's just a very basic figure. So we're going to start off with red because red is the first colour that I see. And red is quite representative, really, of grounding energy to the earth, connection to the earth, love, passion, anger, and hunger, and all those sorts of things. So where I see it, it arches over the head like this. And I am using pastels because it gives a broader colour. And it does loop in and out, and that's given quite a nice example of how that particular colour and the energy vibration frequency that it's resonating with actually flows around this person. Now, it does also come out this side, but if I do this and then stop there, you'll see why in a moment. So hopefully the end product will look rather magnificent. So the next colour that I'm seeing is green. It's quite strong. This colour is sitting over her left shoulder, and it's actually coming from behind the red. So I'm not going to spend too much time blending it in. I'm just going to go with the shape of the energy down to the ground. And this one actually goes out further to the left and then takes a turn and goes back up and fades into a different colour. Now, interestingly, I've hit a patch down here that's becoming quite difficult to colour in, so that there might be a significant reason for that. And it doesn't matter that it's taken a bit of red with it because the colours will merge at some point anyway. So this green, this is really representative of the heart chakra. So typically it's very loving, it's soothing, it's eco-environment friendly. There's a massive appreciation for the earth, for nature, natural things, natural products, etc. A nice balance to life, a good hydrated and well-balanced diet as well. That's an interesting factor from green. There are loads more details to the colours. These are just very brief and just off the top of my head. So the green comes from here and goes off up there. And there's also a little flash of it because it does go in swirls, if you like, patterns and around the body like so. And then it goes around the back of the lady and then joins up here as well. It does actually form an arch over her. And this is a good time to put in the yellow because round the top of the head, almost in a halo, there's a lovely bright yellow. And this is just going to be a little bit tricky to get onto the card because I'm trying to work it at an angle here. It does come in between and go down. And again, it does pick up bits of colour, but I'm not too worried about that because this is only a basic example of how it is. So the yellow is absolutely almost like an arc around her, and you will see little specks of it. For example, there's a little flash of yellow down there, and that's picking the green up, which is all right. And there's also a little flash of yellow down there, just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of blue now. Blue is associated with the throat chakra, so creativity, confidence, the voice, calmness, faith, being a stable person, having trust in others, and also being a person that other people will trust. And that ties in with confidence, really, and courage and awareness of how you are around other people. So this is an interesting one. Here, this blue just comes over the top of the yellow. And then it takes a twist and flares off. So it's almost coming down, comes around. And this one, very interestingly, has a light coloured swirl to it here. Then it actually cuts across the body and goes across the shoulders there and joins back up to the blue. And it's almost, if not exactly, crossed over the path where you would have the chest, the lungs, the throat, etc. And this would be a perfect example of how this person is receiving and emanating this wonderful energy. Very interesting indeed. Excuse me. Just pop that one back down there. On this side, above the green, we have a nice sweeping of, it's indigo. So we'll have a little flash. It comes just out of here, fades again. But then it goes over and carries on past and through the blue and off and up. Do you see that there? And it blends in down here as well. That's fantastic. There's also a little flash down here of the indigo. It does actually go off. Your aura can extend greatly. It can really go sort of 10 to 12, 15 feet for someone that's in a really nice, healthy position, healthy body, healthy mind. Other people that are perhaps poorly or not so nice, or they're having problems, their aura can be quite slim and not quite functioning. It can look often dark, grey, foggy, misty, very dull indeed. So the last colour I'm going to use then is just a little bit of purple. It's almost violet purple, a blend. This one's interesting because it comes from the side, goes off up there, from there, off up there. It's almost as if there's a point of attraction or a point of source. It also comes down here, and then it leads off this way A nice sash coming down straight across there. A little bit in front of the body, but most of it, because I can't see a lot of it, I do believe goes around the back of the body. Violets, obviously, the crown chakra, very high consciousness, connection to the universe and the heavenly chakras and the realms up there, etc., etc., the non-physical. That's it for the colour. They can be very varied, and if you like, what you can do is just to offer a little bit of colour elsewhere. If you don't want to see the white, you can offer a bit of colour as a background, but try and be consistent with the colour. Otherwise, it's going to just look like a random mess, really. It depends. Some people prefer the background leaving white, others like a delicate blush or a pink or something, just so they can take that really strong white off it. And also notice around the lady's head, I've purposely left that white. There is a white light that's emanating from this lady. It's a pure, positive love light, etc. And it's also here. These gaps have been left intentional. It's not that I've been lazy with the colour. That is where white light and normal light exist. And then that's it. If you wanted one of these doing, contact me. There's also a full video report that goes along with it, detailing the colours in a lot more detail than I have done just here. And they also look very good in the frame. So thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.